When you're trying to outdo something that's already very good in the industry, it's all the attention to the small details that makes a difference.
In this case, there's an opportunity as we looked at different materials and different geometries and different manufacturing processes to evolve the next generation or next level of product.
The material properties itself, the hardness is often thought of as the key element to edge retention, but actually the microstructure of the steel is ever more important. We did a lot of testing both in the field and in the lab to ensure that we didn't just meet, but we exceeded all of our standards that we have today. We found that both the reel helix and the reel rake angle have made a significant improvement in both the quality of cut and the edge retention.
Edge retention is very important for the turf health. Without a properly sharpened reel and bed knife, it can damage the turf, and it stretches, it can break the turf rather than a nice clean cut. When that happens, the tip dieback can occur, which provides a bad appearance, but it also can introduce disease as well.
On the manufacturing side, we've paid a lot of attention to how round our reels are coming out of the factory. That translates directly into a very precise cut for the full width of the bed knife to reel contact.
It's really important that the manufacturing process is involved in the development of the reel. Behind the scenes, it's the materials that we use, the processes in welding, grinding, heat treating, and it's the people that bring it all together.
We're able to see reel after reel of data, and we can understand whether or not we're getting better on the reel run out, or if it's drifting one way or another, then there are things that we can change.
We use a lot of automation to control our processes. So by having the machine control it, it's done consistently, and then the operator is part of the verification.
When a grinder puts his initial on that reel, that's their stamp of approval. They've made that reel and they're proud of that reel. We want to be out there in front of a competitor with the best reel, the best material, and the best process.
All of those things in combination result in a longer edge retention. Longer edge retention means less maintenance and better cutting.
The most difficult thing we deal with on a daily basis is just the high maintenance inputs.
So I constantly have a challenge of maintaining an edge and a sharpness on my cutting units, along with maintaining operational equipment for day-to-day operations. We were approached by Toro engineers. They gave us a phone call and asked us if we would be willing to participate in a trial procedure. They especially liked the idea that we had a competitor and they wanted to go up side by side. We would take one of the competitor and the Toro out. We would match the exact same number of holes, and then we would bring them back in and see which unit needed to be adjusted, if the cutting units needed to be adjusted or if they didn't need to be adjusted. And then we tracked that for Toro engineers on a little spreadsheet. I was impressed.
The new reels that we researched this past year, that they're unmatched and that they're necessary or a great fit for any maintenance program, especially when you're cutting zoysia.
Zoysia is an extremely abrasive material or grass. It chews up a reel and an edge on a bed knife real fast. The difference I saw with the new EdgeSeries reel was the fact we didn't have to do adjustments. Reel to bed knife was great. I mean, it held its edge. It had a good quality of cut. It is a very, very large improvement.
Dealing with Toro, it's been all positive. They're there to help us anytime we have any type of issues, and their support. And the one thing that we really, really appreciate as far as my perspective, they're innovators.